you questions about Wayward.
Oh, goody.
That's not my question. You go though.
I love the Wayward Women. I love all of them. Are we going to see their storylines tied up a little bit in the last season?
I can say that we haven't made anything official yet.
Okay.
But the hope is that we will, in sort of the back half of the season. I certainly hope to. I think we have a responsibility to see them again. Like, there's the responsibility to see them again as individuals, and then there's the narrative responsibility of a few pieces of story that sort of need to be closed out. And as far as, and that's, I think, all I can say for the moment.
It's okay.
But it matters to me, too.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How do you go about tackling the last season for something so huge? Like, what's your process like?
I think it's a lot of conversations in the room about where we want to leave these characters and also what we owe the audience. I think I feel like there's a kind of a roadmap that makes sense, that seems to be making sense for us as a collective, that once we get closer to it, we'll be fighting again and, and hashing it out. But I don't think that this show is as hard to resolve as a show like Game of Thrones. Like when you're paying off 50 characters or 60 characters and people have emotional investment in. I think at its core, making sure that we, end powerfully and meaningfully the stories of Jack, Cass, Sam, and Dean, and honor them and their characters and their emotions and the audience's emotions for them. I think that's our sort of, North Star in breaking the final season.
Tell me if you can't answer this in the way that you want to, but last time I saw you, you told me that you were probably out after 14. I know you guys had to renew your contract for 15. Why did you stay? Because I know that you would have left for showrun Wayward if it had gone ahead, so you were ready to leave.
I think any time you've been on a show a really long time, you get an appetite to move and test other waters. And I did a stint on Doom Patrol.
Yeah, you're on 2 as well?
What's that? No, I'm not. It's definitely a case where I knew that I needed to commit wholly to either the second season of Doom Patrol or the final season of Supernatural. And truthfully, what brought me back was the final season of it all.
Yeah.
I think having conversations with Meredith about some ideas she had and some ideas I had, I was like, I can't walk away. This is the final season, and it's that chance to close out this massive story where people are so emotionally invested in. Like, I'm never going to have this opportunity again to have a voice in that. Hey, they got me in the end, and I'm back. I tried to get out, but
no, it's more that you had the role of you were preparing to leave, and then were sadly not able to in the way that we wanted to.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm very excited about this season. So.
We've seen a plethora of monsters and creatures throughout these 14 past seasons. Why zombies now? And are we going to see any more nods to Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the process?
Can't speak to the latter question, and I'm not sure if I can speak to the first either. But they're not exactly zombies, is what I would say. I think that this is information that's open, but essentially God basically stamped his foot and ripped a hole between our world and hell. So what you saw animating those corpses were tortured spirits released by God, and some old spirits that they had captured in the past. So it's not really a zombie so much as animated corpse, and so that's what we'll be dealing with at the top of the season.
And is that going to be like a victory tour of past things that we met before? Or?
Honestly, I think there'll be a lot of fun in revisiting some, but it's really only in the first couple episodes, and that's all sort of encased in the global question of just, okay, well, we've learned this massive thing about God and Chuck, and Jack is dead as far as they know. And I think that really kind of takes precedence on the emotional side for them. I think the adventure side of that is kind of like cleaning up that mess and some of those, hitting those old hits from the past that we saw glimpses of in the finale.
They just wrapped us. If anyone else has any.
Did they? Are we done? No.
She just wrapped us, but if anyone else.
Oh.
Across all of the years, I know we all have our favorite monster seasons and whatnot. What's been your favorite Supernatural villain moment?
Oh man, that's too hard. I don't know. I like the ones I wrote.
Fair.
Fair enough.
You do too.
Yeah, but I mean, when I get a chance to write Rowena, which I did again this season, I'm always just like, I like slip into her skin and I'm writing Rowena. I'm like, yes, like,
Because
bro.
you really developed the first Rowena episode, like the first one that really delved into
Yeah. And I wrote the casting sides for her for
Oh my
audition.
God,
yeah,
that's
so
cool.
so and I love Ruth, and so it's always fun. It's always fun to write Rowena.
That's cool.
Thanks
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.